when there was a lot of excitement about this fresher who's joined first year BCom, and his name was Unni. And what was remarkable was the fact that Unni could sing like a dream, but there were a couple of more things that he raised a lot of eyebrows at Vivekananda College when he joined, because Vivekananda College had a fantastic cricket team. You know, we had some of the best cricketing talent in the city, and many of whom used to go on to play for the state. And here was this first year guy walking in, and the coach decided to, not only take him into the main team, but also give him the 2-down batting slot. And 2-down, as you know, is the best batsman in the team. And so all of us were surprised when somebody else came and said, hey, you know what, this guy's also walked into the main tennis team. And he kind of is an outstanding, student with an extraordinary curriculum record as well. So all of us were very curious to meet this guy, who is such an all-rounder. I think the world of sport sadly has lost him, but as he walks up, Unni, you'll see that the athlete in him is still welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you on sport.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for having me here. It's such a pleasure meeting all of you, and I'm so glad they chose this film because it's one of my all-time favorite movies for so many reasons.
In fact, I was going to ask you that, because when we talked about what movie we should watch, this was almost your first one without even a thought. What was it about this movie that you liked?
Because first thing is, I would put it this way, Pancharatnangalnu solluvom. Yeah, இது வந்து Mohanlal, Prakash Raj, A.R. Rahman, Santosh Shivan, and the person who brought all these people together, Maniratnam. Yeah. So, the conceptualization of the whole film, first of all, choosing the characters. Mohanlal, when they choose Pannaru, it's still, it's so amazing. That's Maniratnam's caliber, and எப்படி அவர் வந்து அவரை இமிட்டேட் ஒன்றும் பண்ணல. This is like நம்ம late MGR ஓட அந்த ஒரு character. He is not like Mohanlal has not imitated him, or he's not. He just played it so naturally that you could feel that he just was living MGR, and the dance பண்றதோ, and the way the expression was his own actually, and it was the originality was also there. At the same time, you could feel the character, and then Prakash Raj was so brilliant and so powerful, such a powerful character, and the dialogue delivery, the way, and he's used so many brilliant actors in the whole film. Every character, somebody like Rajesh, who's a fantastic character actor, and then Major Sundarajan was there, and Delhi Ganesh, and then Revati. Of course, the ladies had a much less role because these people just were so towering personalities in the whole film. And every character was chosen so meticulously, and the role just was for them. And then the music was the way he is. Of course, apart from the songs, the re-recording bit, அதாவது ரொம்ப வெரைட்டி ஒன்றும் கிடையாது re-recording, but he's used some catch phrases like music which keeps coming in the film every now and then, and that really gets into you, so every time that music comes back, you just feel that intensity, especially you would have noticed that the guitar or strumming it just comes countless so many times in the film. And then when Prakash Raj in the last scene when the Prakash Raj and Mohanlal when they look at each other, he's not used any. There's a tension in the atmosphere, yet there is some kind of there is a sadness, and what he has done, he's sung that part and the voice button. He just the cry and the voice used that he himself has sung. Rahman has himself sung, and that's so effective. And every time I watch that scene, your heart becomes really heavy, you know. And every time I've watched this movie quite a few times. I even watched it yesterday. And, every time this movie gets over, at the end of the thing, I just feel so heavy, and I just get so involved with it. Probably, I was born here in Tamil Nadu and in Chennai, and there's always that the patru Tamil kandipa idhula solra mari udal மண்ணுக்கு உயிர் தமிழுக்குன்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி கண்டிப்பா. Although I belong to Kerala, but I always would call myself a Tamilian, but because Tamil has this இந்த மண்ணு தான் எனக்கு எல்லாம் கொடுத்தது, the people here, so I always have that. So maybe that's there, and then I grew up seeing MGR movies and Shivaji movies, and அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இது வந்தனால இந்த ஒரு படம் பார்க்கும்போது it just got so involved with the movie and so beautifully taken, and that's why as soon as he asked me what movie would you like, I just immediately although it's 20 years back, see how it's still not many movies you can talk about, right? There are not many films that you can really talk about and discuss. So this is one such film which is such a fantastic
True. And one of the most notable aspects, and there are many notable aspects in this film, but one of them actually involves you and the song Narumuge. Talk to me about what did it mean to sing that kind of language, because it's not your normal Tamil. Like even in compared to some of the other songs in this film, this one was a very different Tamil, and as you confessed, you're not a born Tamilian. So how did you deal with that, and talk to us about that experience?
First of all, the part I sang it on 9th November 1996.
Why do you remember that day? Your wedding anniversary.
Yes.
That explains the feeling, perhaps.
All the romance.
So we were celebrating it in the Madras Cricket Club. I called a lot of my friends and relatives and all that. We were just having a good time. Suddenly, Roman calls and said, "Unni, Mario, song, please come." I mean, party mukkima, I said, okay. I just left all the friends and relatives at the party and just Nanu wife, she also said, I'm also coming. And we went to the studios, and that's how, of course, I had no idea what I was getting into and what song it was. But after he gave the lyrics, and it was so different. Narumukhe, இந்த மாதிரி வார்த்தைலாம் நம்ம ரொம்ப நாளாச்சு தமிழ் சினிமாவை கேட்டு. ஏன்னா obviously it's been only later on. அப்பெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் தெரியல. பாட்டு கொடுத்தாங்க, டியூன் கத்துனாச்சு, அது பாடியாச்சு. There are a few more anecdotes and experiences of the song. Before that, many of them you must be knowing that it's like you mentioned that Sangam anthology, Sangam poetry, Kuruntogayin adilande inspire aanu idu. Some of the lines, I think it's the 40th verse or some such thing. So especially when the charanatila வரும்போது யாயும் யாயும் யாராகிறோம் பேசிட்டு அதுவும் எனக்கு நேற்று ஒரு 3 மணி நேரம் கச்சேரி பண்ணிட்டு it's actually the next day voice is so completely stressed out, but I'll do something.
Whatever it is, we listen.
I'll do that. I'll definitely sing for you. But just to share for the benefit of those who would like to know a little bit about this thing. அதாவது உன்னோட அம்மாவும் என்னோட அப்பாவும் என்ன உறவோ அப்புறம் ஞானம் எப்படி நாங்கள் how did we meet, but we met and we came together like sembulam சேர்ந்த நீர் துளி போல் செம்புலம் சேர்ந்த நீர் துளி போல் then red earth mixing coming together with the pouring rain. So அந்த ஒரு கான்செப்ட்ல தான் they've used this sangam poetry in many other songs too. I think it's been I think even Mumbeva and அப்புறம் ஒரு தங்கரதத்தில் ஒரு மஞ்சள் நிலவு அந்த பாட்டுல அந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. But so beautifully he has taken it. So that's the thing, adapting a beautiful verse from this poetry and using it in a song so beautifully. So அப்பவே 2000 years back we have had love marriages, so அப்புறம் they didn't the parents didn't where the people, the parents objected and people would elope and run away and all that. It's been there. Of course now we have all gone beyond that. ஆணும் பெண்ணும் திருமணம் பண்ணா சந்தோஷம்.
So there is also some reference to the fact that you spent some time with Vairamuthu before the song. Yes. What was that about?
அதாவது இது நான் எழுதும்போது நறுமுகையே ஸோ அவர் சொல்லும்போது நான் இங்கிலீஷில் தான் எனக்கு அப்போ தமிழ் எழுத வராது, எனக்கு படிக்க தெரியும் ஒரு மாதிரி, பட் அப்போலாம் எழுதுறதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம். ஸோ ஐ ரைட் இன் இங்கிலீஷ். ஸோ NARUMUGAYA நறுமுகையே தானே எழுதுவோம். ஸோ நறுமுகையே நான் எழுதிட்டேன். அது மாதிரி நறுமுகையே நீ ஒரு நாழிகை நில்லாய், செங்கனி ஊறிய வாய் திறந்து நீ ஒரு திருமொழி சொல்லாய், அற்றை திங்களன் நிலவில் நெற்றி தரள நீர் வடிய கொற்ற பொய்கையாடியவள் நீயா நறுமுகையே இப்படி பாடிட்டு இருந்தேன். ஸோ அது நறுமுகையே இல்ல உன்னி, நறுமுகையே அப்படி அந்த கா ஒரு ஹாங் கலந்து சொன்னாதான் அதுக்கு அழகு என்ன சொல்லி அவர் ரொம்ப அழகா எடுத்து காட்டினார். ஸோ தட் வாஸ் சம்திங் ஐ லேர்ன். அதான் தமிழ் ஓட அந்த அழகு அந்த மாதிரி சொன்னாதான் தமிழுக்கு அழகு, தமிழுக்கு அமுது என்று பெயர். So that was something that was one lesson I learned in that. And it was not difficult to sing it, in the sense that the Tamil, because as a Carnatic musician I have been singing a lot of very very old Tamil compositions, so we come across many complicated Tamil வார்த்தைகள், சிலதெல்லாம் அர்த்தமும் புரியாது. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் பார்த்து கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்க வேண்டியிருக்கு. அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய வார்த்தைகள் அந்த மாதிரி பாடினதுனால கொஞ்சம் it was not complicated or anything like that. But then there was another incident because நான் தான் முதல்ல பாடினேன், அப்புறம் தான் ஜெயஸ்ரீ came and sang it. So I came and I just learned the song. I finished the recording and I just sang it the way it was. They were all happy with it and said it's fine, it's very nice, and then I went away. And then Jayashree sang it. After Jayashree sang it, she had given it a little more heavy classical touch to it. And then Mani sir felt that, this is a little, he sang a little more lighter, so I wanted a little more to match that. So it gives a little more, ஒரே மாதிரி எல்லாம் ரொம்ப வித்தியாசமா இருக்கும். ஸோ அதனால இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் அந்த வார்த்தைகள்லாம் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்பஷ்டமா, கொஞ்சம் ஒரு ஹெவியா, லிட்டில் மோர் ஆஃப், not too different but little more to match that whole feel of the song to what she had sung. So I again came back. I came back and did it again. So andamari, that was one very interesting experience which I thought I'll share.
It's quite fascinating. One of the things we've always wondered, like whether it's Narumugile or any of the other songs, a lot of us hear it on radio or we hear it on CDs, and we start singing it thanks to the fact that some great singers have now sung it and told us how to do this. But the first time a song is born in somebody's head, how does that person actually call you and say, this is what I want? How do they explain what the tune should be? How much is your own freedom in it? How long does it take? Can you just educate us on that whole process?
The first அந்த tune அந்த மியூசிக் டைரக்டர் கம்போசர்ஸ் நிறைய பேர்கிட்ட சொன்ன விஷயம் தான் நான் ஷேர் பண்றேன். அவங்க கம்போஸ் பண்ண அந்த கான்செப்ட் மைண்ட்ல வரும்போதே, அந்த டியூன் அந்த லிரிக்ஸ் சேர்ந்து வரும்போதே, even before they even call a singer or even decide on that, already the music director has in mind, so இந்த சிங்கர் பாடினா இது நல்லா இருக்கும். அது very few music directors do that, like other than Rahman, well, Raja sir of course is very clear, but at the time Raja sir never used many singers. It was mostly SPP sir, Janaki ma, Chitra ma, Jayasthar sir. At the time we were just getting into the film industry, but Rahman was using, but he knew, then the other music directors, Vidyasagar, who exactly knows which song யாருக்கு கொடுக்கணும். ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது ஆல்ரெடி மைண்ட்ல இருக்கும், தே வாண்ட் திஸ் சிங்கர் டு சிங், இந்த சிங்கர் பாடினா நல்லா இருக்கும் ஏன்னா அவங்களுக்கு தோணும். பட் அதுக்கப்புறம் நிறைய ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் இருக்கு. இட் குட் சேஞ்ச். த டைரக்டர் குட் சே, இல்லை இந்த வாய்ஸ் ஐ வாண்ட் திஸ் வாய்ஸ் சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ அப்போ அது அப்போ ஒரு கன்ஃபியூஷன் வரும். அப்புறம் டைரக்டர் மே ஆல்சோ சே, ப்ரொடியூசர் வில் சே சம்திங். அப்புறம் தென் இட்ஸ் a really big star, then he may say இல்லை இந்த வாய்ஸ் எனக்கு சூட்டே ஆகாது, நான் வேற யாராவது சேனல்ல நம்ம யூஸ்வலாக பாட வைக்கிற சிங்கரை வச்சு பாட வச்சிடலாம், அந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ மெனி திங்ஸ் கேன் சேஞ்ச். But so இதெல்லாம் தாண்டி you should be really lucky to get a good song. Finally sing it and it has to come when it comes out. It's a very process.
And do you feel that some music directors are able to exploit you better than some others?
Kandipa, it all depends on the music director or the அவங்களோட wavelength. இப்போ some music directors, இப்போ ராஜா சார்லாம், if you take, it is very clear, and the tune, music எல்லாமே would be set and given to you on the paper, so there is no change in that. There is no scope for improvisation. Only if he tells you, you do the improvisation wherever necessary. Otherwise it has to be sung the way he has composed. Rahman is completely different in a way. He just keep singing, just sing whatever you want. And அப்படியே அதுக்குள்ள இது see the advantage was அதுக்குள்ள அந்த சாஃப்ட்வேர் வந்துருக்கு கம்ப்யூட்டர்ல. ஸோ எல்லா டேக்ஸும் எடுத்து வச்சுக்கலாம், எவ்வளோ வேணா வச்சுக்கலாம். 1,000 tracks also you can just take and keep. So he used to say, okay, give different variations in the Mari. But he knows what he exactly wants. So he will pick what he wants ultimately. And till then you don't know what the final product is. So, அது வெளியில வர வரைக்கும் ஓ இதுதான் பாட்டு அப்படியே but that is how Rahman used to work. Now, of course, he's also quite busy. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. He may be traveling, so his assistants record sometimes. So things are there. Those things vary. But Munadila, he will be there for every. He will only record. He himself records. So many times, நம்ம பாடும்போது ஒண்ணுமே இருக்காது, மியூசிக் ஒன்றும் இருக்கவே இருக்காது. There'll be just a basic ஒரு கீபோர்ட் ஸ்ருதி, ஒரு பேசிக் ஒரு ரிதம் இருக்கும், அதோடய போயிட்டே இருக்கும். You just keep singing, and after that, after you finish singing, you just come out and then he'll be listening to it. And when he's listening to it, he will play the keyboard at the time la adu ketunda he'll be playing something. And the inspiration la what he plays, that is something amazing, something brilliant, because on the spot la pandradhu da sometimes it will be the final product. Appo and number part of the கேட்டு he'll just go over that, he'll use some instruments and the piano and the keys போட்டு he will create something there, then and there, and that is something remarkable. I should say I've seen that in almost all my songs. And then of course he calls musicians separately, one by one. அது கேட்டு இது என்ன ஆட் பண்ணலாம், வேற இதுல ஃப்ளூட் ஆட் பண்ணலாமா, ஃப்ளூட் என்ன வாசிக்க சொல்லலாம், ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி it goes. But Raja sir வந்து from top to bottom he will write before the singer comes or the orchestra is there. He has written the notes for everything from top to bottom for everybody. This is what you. So that he's another genius. Rahman is another genius, a revolutionary musician, I would say, because the first thing Rahman did when he came was he cut the tabla. அப்படியே அது especially சின்ன ஆசையெல்லாம் தபலா வந்து வெரி மினிமல் யூஸ், டும் 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 அந்த மாதிரி சும்மா ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு டச்சஸ் மாதிரி கொடுத்தாரு. இன் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த சாங்ஸ் இஃப் யூ சே லைக் சின்ன ஆசை, புது வெள்ளை மழை, அதெல்லாம் வரும்போது நிறைய சைலன்ஸ், there won't be சில சவுண்டே இருக்காது, அப்படியே ஜஸ்ட் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். Even in that தோட தோட மலர்ந்த தோட சுட சுட அதெல்லாம் there will be a lot of silence, ஒரு birds chirping, அது மாதிரி flute அப்படி வரும். So இந்த மாதிரி he brought a completely new style, and that was his success, because to அது வரைக்கும் ராஜா சாரோட அந்த music was standing like there was nobody to even touch him there. But when a new completely different style of music came, that was a huge change from, and that was his success. I think Rahman, that's how he came. And then he's also been evolving, he's been changing, his music has also been changing from the time it started. If you see Robo and all that, it's all very new age kind of sounds and new age music. It is evolving with times, so it's very interesting to note all that.
Totally. Now, when you talk about singers, while you all do occasionally do duets or very even rarely have more than two singers, if you look at it as different professionals, like an individual sport might, in the minds of the people, there's always this ranking, so and so is a good singer, so and so. How would you describe your equation with other fellow singers? Do you see them as compatriots, as rivals,
They're all friends, you know. After all, you know, we're all musicians in the same business. And Appala, we all had the opportunity of singing together. இப்பெல்லாம் யாரும் சேர்ந்தே பாடுறது கிடையாது. ஏன்னா இன்னைக்கு நான் பாடுவேன், நாளைக்கு வேற யாரோ, you don't even know who's going to sing. அந்த மாதிரி. ஏன்னா ட்ராக் சிஸ்டம், you can sing anytime. ஃப்ரீயாக இருக்கும்போது வந்து எடுத்துக்கலாம். முன்னாடியெல்லாம் அட்லீஸ்ட் யூனோ யூ ஹேவ் டு சிங் டுகெதர், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சிஸ்டம் இருந்தது. ஸோ which was quite nice actually. I mean, you have a female singer singing, both of us singing together. There's also, that's the time you meet, you share so many things. You as musicians, it's a great experience because I had the opportunity of singing with Janaki Amma and Chitrama and all the other singers, Anuradha, Sriram, Sujata and Harini, and so many singers, Shreya Ghosha. So that's it's definitely a great experience, and the equation is, well, there's always that there will be that competition, no? You always want to sing well and try to be your best, you know. அவங்க ஒரு சங்கதி போட்டால் நம்மளும் இன்னொரு சங்கதி இன்னும் பெட்டராக போடலாமான்னு தோணும். ஆனால் ரொம்ப அவ்வளோ சங்கதியாக போட்டு இருந்தா அப்புறம் பாட்டு காணாமல் போயிடும். ஸோ அதனால ரொம்ப கேர்ஃபுல்லாக சட்டிலாக அதுக்கு என்ன பொருத்தமா அதெல்லாம் நம்ம ரொம்ப பார்க்க வேண்டியிருக்கு. ஏன்னா இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இஃப் யூ சே டேக் அ லைன் அண்ட் சிங் அ சாங், பூவுக்குள் ஒளிந்திருக்கும் கனிக்கூட்டம் அதிசயம், வண்ணத்து பூச்சி உடம்பில் ஓவியங்கள் அதிசயம், துளி செல்லும் காற்று. ஸோ இப்படி ஒரு அது முதல் வாட்டி பாடும்போது சிம்பிளா தான் பாடணும். துளி செல்லும் அது முதல்ல பாடக்கூடாது. ஸோ சப்போஸ் யூ சிங்கிங் ஃபர்ஸ்ட், யூ ஹேவ் டு சிங் இட் பிளேன். துளி செல்லும் காற்று மெல்லிசையாக அதிசயம். ஸோ த ஃபீமேல் சிங்கர் மே சிங் துளி செல்லும் காற்று மெல்லிசையாக அதிசயம். I'll sing it the first time. அதிசயம் அதிசயம் அதிசயமே அசந்து போகும் நீ எந்த அதிசயம், கல் தோன்றி மண் தோன்றி கடல் தோன்றும் முன்னால் உண்டான காதல் அதிசயம், 14 வயதான பருவத்தில் எல்லோருக்கும் படர்கின்ற காதல் அதிசயம், பூவுக்குள் ஒளிந்திருக்கும் தனி கூட்டம் அதிசயம், வண்ணத்து பூச்சி உடம்பில் ஓவியங்கள் அது ஒரு சின்ன சங்கதி. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி you have to plan it in such a way that it doesn't get too it should also not sound like a competition.
So you said that sometimes you don't even know who's going to sing the next day. Do you know who the star is that you're singing for sometimes?
அது சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனா கடைசி நிமிஷத்துல யாராவது படம் ஆரம்பிக்கிறது முன்னாலே சம்டைம்ஸ் பாட்டெல்லாம் முடிச்சுடுவாங்க. ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது யார் ஹீரோவா போட போறாங்க சார் இன்னும் டிசைட் பண்ணல, யார் ஹீரோ சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி கூட இருக்கலாம் சம்டைம்ஸ், which is a rare case because it's very rare, but at least we know, and most of the big stars, you know, always they
do they come and talk to you about the song?
Yeah, definitely. When you name them, in fact, many times Ajit has always mentioned that my voice really suits his kind of his profile or whatever. கண்கள் கசக்கி நான் துள்ளி எழுந்தேன், அது காதல் சொன்னது ஹெல்லோ ஹெல்லோ, நிலா நிலா கை வருமா, இல்லை இல்லை கை சூடுமா.
You know, one of the things when we were discussing this particular event, I was talking to him, I said, Punni, are you aware of this app called Smule? So he said, yeah, I am. So I said, do you sing on it? He said, no. So I said, oh, but you're going to get it. So I said, do you hear people singing your songs? He had a very sad look on his face.
Some of them sing it really nicely. Some of them, they just demolish it. They burn out பண்றாங்களா இல்ல முடியாம பண்றாங்களான்னு sometimes doubt வந்துரும். அவ்வளவு recently the காற்றே என் வாசல் வந்தாய் மெதுவாக கதவு திறந்தாய் காற்றே உன் பேரை கேட்டேன் காதல் என்றாய். இது ஒருத்தர் ஸ்மூல்ல பாடினாரு. அது என்ன அவருக்கு எப்படி கேட்டிருக்கு எனக்கு ஒரே சந்தேகமா இருந்தது.
I'm sure you can't sing like it.
It's fun, you know. And they all, at least, அவங்களோட அந்த ஆசையை தீர்த்துறாங்க. எப்படியாவது பாடணும். ரொம்ப நல்ல ஒரு ஆப் ஆக்சுவலா. அது எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருக்கு.
Thank you. I was beginning to wonder. While the focus of this group is largely cinema, given that it is you, I will have one question, which is, a lot of people have asked this question: how do you balance Carnatic and film music? The general conception, I believe, is that these are very different styles, and one is not conducive for the other. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's very correct, because it's the Carnatic is very, very strenuous on the voice, actually, and film music is, of course, is much lighter singing, but then it involves a lot of subtleties. அது அதில் பாட முடியாது, அது இதில் பாட முடியாது. ஸோ அது பேலன்ஸ் பண்ணுறதுங்கிறது இட்ஸ் வெரி வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட். அண்ட் ஆஸ் யூ grow older, it becomes even more challenging, because as you grow older, everything, just like, you know, sports, or just like the human body, the muscles in the human body, even you have muscles in the vocal cords, everything gets, there is wear and tear. Over a period of time, you start having problems with your, even back problem or knee problem or shoulder problem. Ellam enga major problems will come: neck, shoulder, இடுப்பு, பேக், நீ. இதான் முதல்ல எல்லாருக்கும் எதாவது ஒன்றுல அடிக்கணும். So that is so அதே மாதிரி vocal cords also are like that. As you grow older, there is always that, because years of singing and strain. So especially Carnatic style, it is very, very regular, especially singing continuously 3 hours, and the whole style of singing of the raga and the tanam dadanam 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 this kind in the kind of singing is quite strenuous on the voice. And I'm singing it as a little lower story, but actually in the concert la paadum நம்ம and அதெல்லாம் யோசிக்கிறதுக்கு டைம் கிடையாது. நம்ம பாடிட்டு இருக்கும்போது அடுத்த நோட் என்ன, சரி 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 கரி சரி 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 சத தனி 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 தத பம பத பனி தனி பத மத பம பக மப சப மப மகரி சரி க மப மப கம தனி 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 இப்படி பாடிட்டு இருக்கும்போது நான் சா எப்ப நெக்ஸ்ட் நீயே பாடுறேன்னா இல்ல தா பாடுறேன்னா யோசிக்க முடியுமா? டைமே கிடையாது, அது கூட போயிடும் அது. ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது யூ டோன்ட் ஈவன் திங்க், யூ ஜஸ்ட் கோ, யூ சிங். மேல பஞ்சம் தாரஸ்தாயில போய் கத்தின்னு இருப்போம். அல்டிமேட்லி நம்ம ஸ்டேஜ்ல உட்காந்தாச்சுன்னா கான்சர்ட் ஹேஸ் டு பி சக்சஸ். ஸோ வேற எதுவும் மைண்ட்ல இருக்காது. All the others are seconds. So it's a huge strain. And then so after a Carnatic concert, no recording next day. முன்னாடி நான் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். When I started singing film songs 94 எல்லாம்,
I used to have a concert. Next day 7 o'clock. There was our studio. And then a factory mari pointe irukum paatu. So 7 o'clock, go there. 7 to 9, you have to finish the song. Then adhe mari so many songs.
Which was your first song?
എന്നോട്
Right. It's an interesting cue because we hear about certain things which are genetic, right? இப்போ அப்பாக்கு சுகர் இருந்ததுன்னா பையனுக்கு சுகர் வரும். ஆனா உன்னி வீட்டில் வந்து இட்ஸ் ஸ்லைட்லி டிஃபரெண்ட். அப்பா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்ட்ல வந்து நேஷனல் அவார்டு பண்ணாரு, பொண்ணு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்ட்லயே பண்ணாரு. And now your son is also sung a song. So he must be feeling extraordinary pressure.
He's excited actually. The pressure is not. Only if somebody asks him to sing, then he may be under a little bit of pressure. So, இப்போதான் release ஆயிருக்கு, பார்க்கலாம் என்ன அப்படின்னு.
And there is a lovely photograph of his daughter receiving the award from the president. And it is remarkable that the president is also grinning from year to year. And so I just commented and I looked at it saying, my God, what a lovely photograph. And there's a story behind it, so you should share that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story. Kind of feel blessed actually. On the stage la நம்ம அங்க இருக்கும்போது that feeling is so beautiful. அது எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணாத, அது எக்ஸ்பிரஸே பண்ண முடியாது. எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணாதான் அது தெரியும். So all the awardees were getting the national awards and going. He was giving it to everybody, and then some of them will collect it. They won't even pose for a photo. They'll just collect it and go off. So on the very, she's a child. She doesn't know the national award na enna theriyada. Adoda idhe avaluku puriyave illa.
How old was she?
She was, I think, when she sang the song, she was about 8. I think 9 was 9 running 10 or something when she's no clue at all. So she just went and she got the award, and then she just ran off because she wanted to quickly get out and stage. The president called her back. He said, "Come back here, pose for a photo," and then made her stand there and took a beautiful photo. And hers was the best photo of the entire lot. Very clear, everybody smiling. Arun Jaitley, Rajvardhan, all of them are there. The president is happy, nicely smiling. So we're fortunate to get that picture.
So we'll now throw open some questions to the audience, but maybe we should also ask the audience in case they want to comment on the movie itself, or any thoughts or questions about the movie in general or about the songs. Okay, we already have one question, but Naga, I'd like.
As a Carnatic singer, you know better the notes and all. And when you go to movie songs and all, it's very easy to grasp the notes for notations.
Yes. That's easy. We can easily grasp for a Carnatic musician, a person who's learned Carnatic music, Swarasthanangal, the Swaram. ஸ்வரப்படுத்துறது உடனே மைண்ட்ல ஒரு டியூன் கேட்டா அந்த ஸ்கேல் எந்த ஒரு ராகத்தோட பேஸ்ல இருக்குன்னு உடனே மைண்ட்ல அதான் இமிடியட்லி தட்ஸ் வாட் கம்ஸ் இன் தி மைண்ட்.
ஆக்சுவலி மைண்ட்ல அந்த ஸ்வரம் தான் வந்துட்டு இருக்கும் இல்லையா?
மைண்ட்ல
ஸ்வரம் வந்துட்டு இருக்கும் கூடவே.
அந்த டியூன் உடனே ஐ மீன் ஸ்வரம் மட்டும் இல்லாம அந்த ஒரு பாவம் இருக்குல்ல, அது ஒரு கலர், அந்த ஹோல் ஸ்கேலோட ஒரு அவுட்லைன்.
But basic is the swaram, no? That notation is basic.
Yeah. சில பேருக்கு
கர்நாடக வந்துட்டே இருக்கும்.
சில பேருக்கு அந்த ஸ்வரம் அப்படியே ஓடும். எனக்கு வந்து அந்த அந்த ராகத்தோட அந்த ஸ்வரூபம், அந்த அந்த ஒரு கலர் ஆஃப் தட் ஹோல் அவுட்லைன் ஆஃப் த ஹோல் டியூன் மட்டும் தான் எனக்கு ஏறும் மைண்ட்ல. So Narumugi is actually a mix. You can say Kedaram. It's actually Sankarabandham scale.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of Mand in that.
Okay.
There's a little bit of Mand in the background.
Kedaram Sarayan இருக்கற மாதிரி.
Ama. But that one thing I should tell you, that just because you know Carnatic, it's not easy to sing a film song.
Yes, that's correct.
The film songs are not at all easy. Because you need to have because other aesthetics, the understanding of the other gamakas or the style is so different, especially the current film songs. You know, it's not easy at all. At least naanga paadariche, at least there was some little bit angenge konjam classical touches. Classical நாங்களே கொடுப்போம்.
கமக்கம்லாம் வந்து
இப்போ வந்து நிறைய வெஸ்டர்ன் இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் நிறைய பாட்டுல, ஸோ யூ நீட் டு பி வெரி வெல் versed in வெஸ்டர்ன் மியூசிக். அதெல்லாம் பாட முடியாது, வேற மாதிரி கேட்கும், அசிங்கமா இருக்கும். ஸோ அதனால as a current trend, you need to be good at everything. You need to be good at Carnatic music, maybe Hindustani plus Western is a must. So many playback singers learn Western music. My daughter listens to a lot of Western music. Well, recently she sang a song for A.L. Vijay. It was completely Western. We didn't know at all. But she went there and she sang it because she was listening to a lot of Western music. So எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு அந்த ஃபிளேர் இருக்கணும். You have to keep in touch with that music. Only then you will be able to immediately sing, switch quickly and understand it.
Thank you.
Actually, my question is pretty much like extension of that question in a different way. How much of knowledge of classical music is important in movie, cinema, porn? Is it mandatory that one has to really know basics or complete mastery?
இப்போ வர சாங்ஸ் வந்து கர்நாடிக் மியூசிக் தேவையில்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஏன்னா அப்படி இருக்கு ட்ரெண்ட். ஏன்னா மோஸ்ட்லி அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிற சாங்ஸ் அன்லஸ் இட்ஸ் பியூர் கிளாசிக்கல் பேஸ்ட் ராகா பேஸ்ட் சாங்ஸ் வரது கிடையாது. பட் feeling that I'm just giving an example, but as a musician, it is good. That's what I said. It is good to be equipped with all kinds of music. You need to be proficient in everything. But now on the Chinna vayasla, although I started listening to only film songs. Now mother cinema part mattum da keppen. Carnatic music ரொம்ப லேட்டா தான் கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சேன். Which was that was the advantage. That's why I was able to sing film songs.
I was doing both.
And then there was a stage in my school, 14-15 vayasla, I was listening only to Western music. So this combination of everything really helps. So you need to have an open mind. If you want to sing other genres, then I think you need to have an open mind to accept all forms of music.
We'll switch back to comments on the movies because I know we didn't allow the audience to speak about that. But Naga, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this movie. During interval, you were having a lot to say.
No, actually, this film has got very interesting structure, which is kind of epic structure, wherein most of the film they will be following one character and his story. Here is intermingled two, and giving equal weightage to them. And it is about these two people's friendship, how it, because of power coming in, power struggle, they fall apart, and then there is a kind of resolution. Something you were asking about how the screenplay is done for this, more or less he is shifting. If you look at all the women characters, okay, he just it's almost he's treating them with I don't know whether I can use a word disdain. No. It's almost he just uses them to know the story a little bit, but concentrating most of the time. At the end of every scene, he takes it back to the other character. Even on the beach scene, or when he is dictating, to his daughter. So even there, constantly it is taken back to what the other person is doing. Similarly here, wherein it will be only one place when the weightage is given to Kalpana character. He doesn't do that, but otherwise very consciously worked out structure, which is very interesting. And another thing is, since we are on music, I thought theme music, generally we say, like, which is like, Kadal when he is walking, or like Basha is walking. So there is one particular kind of music which will be repeating over the film. Here it is used for almost all the characters. Especially there's one point where there's this disaster scene where Anandan comes and suddenly the music starts, Kalpana's there.
Yes.
Almost you, because he has already conditioned you with that thing. So I think this is the only film where, really speaking, in that context, theme music has been used.
Fascinating. Thanks, Naga. Any other questions for Unni?
Did you watch the shooting of the movie?
Can we pass the mic there, please?
That's the only question.
No.
I mean,
No.
you didn't see any of your song being shot.
Actually, I watched this. I saw the preview of this film. I was sitting with Rajiv and watching the film, and I could see some of the reactions that when Mohanlal was acting in some of the scenes, he was like, "Oh my God," and the ஞாபகம் of MGR, the way he's not imitating, but ஏதோ அது body language இல்ல, the body language வந்து எப்படி he got it.
Even the hairstyle in one scene and stuff.
Brilliant.
Your song has actually influenced her.
Huh?
Most of your song has influenced him into
I think there was somebody there in the back who had a question.
doing a better job.
இல்ல அந்த ஆயிரத்தில் நான் ஒருவன்லாம் வந்து பண்ணது really amazing. I don't think any other actor would have fitted into that role. I can't imagine probably a Mammootty or a Kamal Haasan also wouldn't, because Mohanlal has that subtlety, எப்படி வேணும்னா he's like a chameleon. He can just go into any character so beautifully. It can't be the vice versa. Prakash Raj cannot be the other way around. See, so it's that's really brilliant.
To go to full credit to Mani sir.
Brilliant. Nobody would have thought. And the other thing is, he has dubbed it himself, which is, although அது மலையாளம் கலந்து ஒரு தமிழ் இருக்கு, இருந்தாலும் யாராவது டப் பண்ணா அது வேற மாதிரி ஹாரிபிளா ஆயிடும். இது அவரே பேசுனதுனால அந்த that emotion, everything was full marks.
Hi sir, my name is Srigu. I want to know about your experience in Sedu, because with Raja sir, one film and 3, it's more and the SPB sir கடிச்சிருக்கு, like ஒரே படத்துல ராஜா சார் மியூசிக்ல எவ்வளவு பாட்டு எஸ்பிபி சார் கடிச்சிருக்கு. You've got it, so I want to know your experience in working Sedu.
That is another point. Actually, Vikram is another actor who I've sung quite a few songs for, and he's always acknowledged that. Like when RUS asked the actors who come and tell you, that movie was really a huge turning point. I got about 3 songs, and there was one re-recording scene like அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இது வரும், where அந்த விக்ரம தலை வந்து அந்த செவுத்துல போட்டு இடிப்பாங்க, ஒரு சீன் இருக்கு. So I still remember that re-recording time. அப்பதான் அந்த முதல்ல பார்த்தேன் அந்த படத்தோட சீன் before the movie got released. Raja sir called me and said இந்த பிட் இருக்கு, அந்த டைம்ல பாடணும். So they played that scene and then I sang that song that the bit. It was just 4 lines or 5 lines, but என்ன ஒரு எஃபெக்டிவ் re-recording வந்து ராஜா சார் பீட் பண்றது just outstanding. I know most of you must be knowing that he just writes it when he's looking at the film, he just keeps writing the notation for the re-recording, which is like nobody can do that. Nobody other than him can do that. So அவரோட work பண்றது வந்து, even if you just pick up 50%, 60% of what he says, it's enough. ஏன்னா 100% எல்லாம் முடியாது, ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் அவர் எதிர்பார்க்கிறது. And the way he teaches, the way he ஒரு பாட்டு வந்து சொல்லி கொடுக்கறது, அதெல்லாம் it's really amazing. Very clarity. He knows this is what it is from the beginning till the end.
Yeah, I
One
have
of the
one question.
Sorry.
There is Arvind Swami's voice used. Okay, but right at the end, Prakash Raj again comes back to the last one is Prakash Raj's voice.
அந்த கடைசி
Yeah, was it planned as a song or something? Any idea?
which one?
The உன்னோடு இருந்த ஒவ்வொரு மனத்துவியும். Was it planned as a song with orchestral backup and all that?
அது சாங்கா வருதா?
Song இல்ல, வெறும் just
It's a poem. It's a poem.
மரண படுக்கையில்
Yeah.
ரெண்டு வருது அந்த போருக்கு போற சீன்.
That is what.
Twice.
But why again?
I have actually-
Prakash Raj's voice is used in the end. Whereas
Ah,
like constantly.
இல்ல அது
தெரியாது.
தெரியாது.
இவங்களுக்கு வந்து இப்போ கச்சேரி பாடுற ஸ்ருதியே தான் சினிமாலே பாடுறீங்க.
ஒரு சாங் ஒரு ஸ்கேல்ல இருக்கும். Some songs they will fix the scale. Narmuge is a
classical song, so other they fix the shruti. Also taking into consideration the female singer, whether they, because always in the C D shruti la for a classical female singer is very very high actually. Most of the Carnatic musicians maximum ஆறு கிட்ட பாடுவாங்க, அது ஏ வரைக்கும் மேக்ஸ். பட் most of the playback singers, they train themselves to sing in C and D and all that. So this song actually was a little high for Jayashree.
Did you talk to each other when you were on the phone?
Yeah, she was there when I finished singing. She had come up and she was like writing lyrics. So she was telling கொஞ்சம் ஹையா இருக்கு, பட் ரமன் ஏன்னா அது வந்து இன்னொரு விஷயம் இருக்கு, சில ஸ்ருதியில தான் சில இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்ஸ் will sound good. அது ரொம்ப குறைச்சா அதோட எஃபெக்ட் போயிடும். அந்த டைனமிக்ஸ், அந்த ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி எல்லாம் இருக்கு, நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இருக்கு, சின்ன சின்ன விஷயங்கள் நிறைய இருக்கு, அதெல்லாம் பார்க்க வேண்டியது. ஸோ he never reduced. டி குறைச்சா சி குறைச்சா எனக்கு ப்ராப்ளம் ஆயிடும், என்னோட வாய்ஸ் ரொம்ப சொங்கி போயிடும், அது மாதிரி எஃபெக்டிவா இல்லாம இருக்கு ஆயிடும். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி, ஸோ he somehow made it, but she did a great job actually in spite of that.
I'm going to ask you a very delicate question. Your singing for movies increased your popularity as a Carnatic singer or the other way?
It's both, because as a Carnatic musician, I had already started singing Carnatic music, so I was never known as a playback singer initially, because I was always known from like 23, 24 la I had already started giving concerts. Even in 93, 92, 93 la already kacheris panna aarambichittu. But the movie, I mean, took it to a different level. I got into a different audience, and that's a completely different audience. It's like crazy. The reach of the film is, number Carnatic song வந்து, just example, Carnatic song வந்து, you post it on YouTube, you will struggle to get 1,000 views. பையன் வந்து நேத்து சினிமா பாட்டு பாடியிருக்கான், அடுத்த நாள் 1 lakh ஆயிடுச்சு. And now I'm sure it will become even 2 lakhs. Just the reach is like it's too amazing. That's it's a different genre of music.
Only right after Ennavale, there was some talk that you might be acting yourself.
Was it? I didn't know that, but of course I got a lot of opportunities. In fact, Director Vasant in the Rhythm கேட்டார், அரவிந்த் சுவாமியோட ரோல் கேட்டாங்க. Then the late director Jiva, even உள்ளம் கேட்குமே அதுக்கெல்லாம் கேட்டாங்க. பாரதி ராஜா ஓய் உமா வந்து நடிக்க வைக்கணும் ஐயா சொல்லிட்டே இருப்பாரு. But I never pursued it because that's a different career. It would have affected my singing and musical career, because especially being in Carnatic and was so demanding. Already இது ரெண்டும் பண்ணிட்டு அவஸ்தப்பட்டு, so to get another completely different profession would be quite would be too much.
I have.
Okay, we'll take just a couple more questions, and then I know he has to go prepare as well. So
I just please.
I don't have a question, I have a request. The Ennavale tsunami took over the listeners, but I thought Pavitra was a lot better. Uyirum Niye, you got a joint national award. When we listen to it, and I request you to sing one of your best, which actually melts me.
I don't know if I can be at my best in that song today.
It's an awesome question.
Yes, I was also wanting to draw a reference to Ennavale, because Ennavale is totally a different song, but it changed the mindset of the entire movie song listeners. People like us, oh my God, whose voice is this? Who is this? அந்த எழுந்து நிறுத்தி உட்காத்தி வைக்கிற அந்த ஒரு எஃபெக்ட் வந்தது Ennavale. Amazing. Tamil songs should be divided into pre-Ennavale and post-Ennavale. That is the kind of impact that you have created. You brought into the Tamil movie songs.
That's a composition. Of course, he has composed it so beautifully. Yes, I definitely say we all. It was a teamwork as far as Rahman is concerned. He used a set of he had very good musicians like Hariharan, Shankar Mahadevan, all of them. Of course, other than SPB, Sir Mano, they sung a lot of songs, but he introduced somebody like Harijira, a contribution in every song he has given. Even many of the sangadis, many of the ideas, we have also contributed a lot to the song, and of course he takes what is appropriate, and that is his brilliance. And Kandipa, I should say, really fortunate to have worked with such wonderful musicians like Rahman, Raja sir, and all the other music directors who've given such fantastic songs. Uyirum Niye, Udalum Niye, Uravum Niye, Thaye. Uyirum Niye, Udalum Niye, Uravum Niye, Thaye. தன்னுடலில் சுமந்து உயிரை பகிர்ந்து உருவம் தருவாய் நீயே. உடலில் சுமந்து உயிரை பகிர்ந்து உருவம் தருவாய் நீயே. உன் கண்ணில் வழியும் ஒரு துளி போதும் கடலும் முழுகும் தாயே. உன் கண்ணில் வழியும் ஒரு துளி போதும் உடலும் முழுகும் தாயே. உன் காலடி மட்டும் தருவாய் தாயே ஸ்வர்க்கம் என்பது பொய்யே உயிரும் நீயே உடலும் நீயே உறவும் நீயே தாயே உயிரும் நீயே உடலும் நீயே உறவும் நீயே தாயே.
Did you sing the Telugu song also? Can you sing Telugu Telugu song?
పూలో దాగున్న పళ్ళెంతో అతిశయం ఏ చోట గోక చిలక ఒళ్ళెంతో అతిశయం సిరుగాలు కోయిల పాటి అతిశయం గురువెల్లు తీరి అతిశయమే అతిశయమే అచ్చరు ఉంది నీవోన అతిశయం ఆగిరుడు ఈతరుడు ఏ చరుడు ఏనప్పుడు
Yes, I just add one more question to that.
Oh, we'll come to that. Have you sung ghazals?
Ghazals, not sung as others.
Okay. So there was one request from the audience whether you would attempt a couple of lines of a ghazal. Maybe something that's your favorite. If it comes back,
Yesudas was known for his touch with classic Carnatic music. பட் யேசுதாஸ் கிட்டேருந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சாங் வருமானு நாங்கள்லாம் எதிர்பார்த்ததும் அண்ட் he gave us the வச்சிக்கவா ஒன்று மட்டும் நெஞ்சுக்குள்ள அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சாங் உங்ககிட்டேருந்து எப்போ when can we expect? No, வச்சிக்கவா ஒன்று மட்டும் was a fantastic hit of Yesudas. Senorita கூட கொஞ்சம் இதுவா இருக்கு. You know, I'm talking about a typical குத்து song. Would it come from you?
சேதுல சின்ன ஒரு பாட்டு பாடியிருக்கேன். சிக்காத சிட்டுண்டு கையில் வந்தா நிக்காம பாட்டு வரும்.
Amazing. Just a small. I'm finishing with this.
Yeah. Can we pass on? Yeah.
This question is more about regional music, to be specific Malayalam and Tamil. Because நான் வந்து ஃபுல்லாக தமிழ் பாட்டு அந்த மாதிரி கேட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் கொஞ்சமாக இங்கிலீஷ் பாட்டு கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சு அப்படி போயிட்டு இருக்கு. There used to be a time when தமிழ் சாங்ஸ்ல ஒரு மூவி எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா கம்ப்ளீட் ஆல்பம் will be hit. ரஹ்மான் சாரும் எங்க ராஜா சார் எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா 5 பாட்டுமே ஹிட் ஆகும் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டைம்ல. பட் nowadays it has reduced 1 or 2 songs here and there. But of late மலையாளம் சாங்ஸ் நிறைய பேர் நாங்களும் கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கோம். லைக் இண்டிவிஜுவல் பேண்ட்ஸ் லைக் தாய்குட பிரிட்ஜ் மசாலா கேஃபே அவங்களோட கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன்ஸ் வந்து டு கிளாசிக்கல் மியூசிக் அண்ட் ராக் வெஸ்டர்ன் அதுல இன்டிகிரேட் பண்ற ஒரு விஷயம். இட்ஸ் ஆல் நியூ அண்ட் ஆல் ஃப்ரெஷ் அண்ட் தமிழ் மூவிஸ்ல இப்போ இன்கார்பரேட் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி அவங்களோட சாங்ஸையும் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு இப்போ போட ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. So as a person who belongs, who have grown up in Tamil Nadu or also Malayali, how do you see this regional music? Like how specific it is? Like Malayalam cinema industry or music எப்படி இருக்கு, Tamil cinema industry music இருக்கு, and which is your favorite னு சொல்ல மாட்டேன் because you are more contributed here and sometimes there அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது which is so close to you, or how do you see these two things different?
Malayalam, of course, film industry, you know, the songs have always been very classical for many years. The classical base for many years it has stayed like that. And ரொம்ப folk இதெல்லாம் அவங்க கொண்டு வரவே இல்லை. Very rarely you could find song ஒரு மதுரக்கினாவின் நகரிலென்னும் கூடமுள்ள பூவிரின்னும் அருளாயிரமாம் ஜனடாயொரு பொன்வயிரே பொன்வண்டு ஞான் அலரே பொன்வண்டு ஞான் ஒரு மதுரக்கினா. This kind of song that was a huge hit because it came suddenly ஒரு ஆப்டா இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பாட்டு வந்தது. But otherwise it's mostly very, very classical. So, in the Mari songs, a lot of this thing. Only in recent times you've had some fast Jim Keegan and all that it has come. Of course, Thaikudam Bridge, they have used mostly Ilayaraja songs, and it's a remix kind of this thing. So it is a nice way to. It's a different presentation, and it has really kind of impressed or has been able to catch the listener, especially the young listeners. And even I really enjoy it. There are different, and that's the trend now. Because I think that you're able to do different. Like when you give it a different twist, you give it a different feel, with a different voice. Adala ipo panna mudiyadhu, which is a nice thing, and that also keeps those songs alive. Especially with radio and all that. That's why singers like us are still alive. Otherwise, we will all be forgotten. Because in the பாட்டெல்லாம் நீங்க கேட்டுட்டே இருக்கீங்க, பாடிட்டே இருக்காங்க. அதனால ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு. Thanks to the radio and the YouTube and all these things, people remix these songs and they remember, இந்த பாட்டு உன்னிகிருஷ்ணன் பாடி இருக்காரு ஒரிஜினலா. அந்த ஒரு அதாவது ஞாபகம் வச்சிருப்பாங்க. அதுவே கொஞ்சம் சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு. So it's a nice trend to actually it's a very welcome trend. Give it a different. Even in live concerts now, many of us we don't follow the original music. We do that. The catchphrase mattum edutittu we give it a different feel, which is quite effective actually. It's nice.
One last.
Can we just? I know it's getting late for a lot of the people.
Okay.
What we will do is do a photo session, and then those who are really interested can have a couple of conversations with Undi before he leaves. He's got to prepare for his next concert as well. But Undi, thank you so much for coming. And on behalf of Cinema Rendezvous, I'd request one of our trustees, Naga, to
Thank you for having me, and it's been such a pleasure speaking to you and sharing a few thoughts. I wish I could have sung a little better, but it's difficult for the concert.
Thank you so much. Lovely meeting you. Thank you so much.
do stay back for the group photograph, which will go on to our Facebook for just a couple of minutes.
Even now, we are looking like